Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 190. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is I choose the joy of God instead of pain. I'm going to do something today, a little bit different format, but I've done it before in the past. And I'm going to use parts of different lessons that we have already had, mostly from the first 50, but not entirely, to show the complete cohesive and connectedness of this course. And of course, it has been said that if you totally understand and get one lesson, you have them all. That is how connected, that's how well they interweave with each other. That's why we are weaving this spiritual tapestry, and each lesson provides another thread of it. And we can see how one thought will lead into the next. And when we get one thought, we really have the next. So I choose the joy of God instead of pain. Pain is a wrong perspective. When it's experienced in any form, it is proof of self-deception. I'm going to go immediately into lesson 38, that there is nothing my holiness cannot do. Because in that lesson, we were told that through your holiness, the power of God is made available, and there is nothing the power of God cannot do. Your holiness then can remove all pain and end all sorrow and solve all problems. So I choose the joy of God instead of pain, because pain is not real. And then the lesson says it's not a fact at all. There is no form that it takes that will not disappear if seen aright, because my holiness can do that. Pain proclaims that God is cruel, not from the first 50, but we know that there is no cruelty in God, and therefore none in us. So how could it be real in any form? It witnesses to God the Father's hatred of his Son, the sinfulness he sees in him, and his insane desire for revenge and death. And there is no truth to that at all. Can such projections be attested to? Can they be anything but wholly false? Pain is but witness to the Son's mistakes in which he thinks he is. But I do not know what anything is for. That is why I need this course. I need to learn. I don't understand that. Pain is a witness to the Son's mistakes. I don't even know what mistakes I possibly could have made. It's a dream. Pain is a dream of fierce retaliation for a crime that could not be committed. It's a nightmare of abandonment. I cannot be abandoned because God goes with me wherever I go. Pain is a sign. Illusions reign in place of truth. But there is no love but God's, and God is the love in which I forgive. And it demonstrates God is denied, confused with fear, perceived as mad, and seen as traitor to himself. Great syllogism. If God is real, there is no pain. If pain is real, there is no God, for vengeance is not a part of love. Again, there is no love but God's, and vengeance is never going to be a part of God's love. God is the love in which I forgive, and there is, of course, no vengeance in that. The body is the Son of God. I am not a body. I am not a body. I am as God created me. Peace to such foolishness. Peace to such foolishness. The time has come to laugh at such insane ideas. You can afford to laugh at fear thoughts, knowing that God goes with you wherever you go. There is no need to think of them as savage crimes or secret sins with weighty consequences. Who but a madman could conceive of them as cause for anything? Because their witness is pain, is mad as they, and no more to be feared than the insane illusions which it shields and tries to demonstrate must still be true. But I have invented the world I see. So none of this is true because I have invented it. It is your thoughts alone that cause you pain. And nothing external to your mind can hurt or injure you in any way. And for this, we are definitely going to lesson 70, because lesson 70 told us that the seeming cost of accepting today's idea is that there is nothing outside yourself that can save you, and nothing outside yourself that can give you peace. It also means there's nothing outside yourself that can hurt you. It is my thoughts alone. So no one but yourself affects you. But then again, I am not really alone at experiencing the effects of my seeing or of my thinking. However, I also realize I am not a victim of the world I see. And as I perceive the harmlessness in all of these thoughts, they will accept your holy will as theirs. And what was seen as fearful now becomes a source of innocence and holiness. And my holy brother, think of this a while, that the world you see does nothing. And again, I am not alone at experiencing the effects of my seeing or my thinking, but they have no effect. They have no effect. All of my thoughts, my thinking, my seeing, it has no effects on truth and what is real and what is holy and what will last forever. The world I see holds nothing that I want. So it has no effects. It merely represents your thoughts, and it will change entirely as you elect to change your mind and choose the joy of God as what you really want. Yourself, your big self, true self, is radiant in this holy joy, unchanged, unchanging, and unchangeable. Again, that we are as God created us. The world may seem to cause you pain. And again, this world I see is a form of vengeance. And again, I have invented it. I've invented it. So if I have invented it, I can overcome it. I can change my mind. And yet the world is causeless and has no power to cause. As an effect, it cannot make effects. As an illusion, it is what you wish. And again, I do not perceive my own best interest. Your idle wishes represent its pain. Your strange desires bring its evil dreams. But my holiness envelops this world. So as my thoughts of death envelop this world in fear, my holiness can envelop this world in peace and in love. Pain is the thought of evil taking form and working havoc in your holy mind. I am not a victim of the world I see. Pain is the ransom you have gladly paid not to be free. And if pain is denied, and if in pain is God denied the Son he loves. And I know that for sure God will never deny us, that God wants only for us to truly come and be home, because we are sustained in everything by his love. In pain does fear appear to triumph over love, and time replace eternity and heaven, and the world becomes a cruel and bitter place. But God wants us, our Father wants us truly to come home. And where sorrow rules and little joys give way because of the onslaught of the savage pain that waits to end all joy in misery. Now, the next paragraph, lay down your arms and come without defense into the quiet place where heaven's peace holds all things. I must immediately go to yesterday's lesson that said, forget this world, forget this course, come with holy empty hands unto your God. I lost my place. So lay down your arms, lay down the cruel sword on judgment that you hold against your throat, and put aside the withering assaults with which you seek to hide your holiness, but God's peace and joy are mine. And then in paragraph 10, here will you understand there is no pain. Here does the joy of God belong to you. This is a day when it is given you to realize the lesson that contains all of salvation, all of salvation's power. It is this: pain is illusion, joy reality. Pain is but sleep, joy is awakening. Pain is deception, joy alone is truth. Again, I go to I am sustained always by the love of God, lesson 50, which is so telling and so magnificent. and so offers us everything that we truly want and need. It is the reassuring lesson at the end of the first 50 that indeed tells us that only the love of God will protect you in all circumstances, and it will lift you out of every trial and raise you high above all the perceived dangers of this world into a climate of perfect peace and safety. So this is how I will be raised up and know that pain is not real, that pain is the illusion, joy is reality, pain is but sleep, joy is awakening, pain is deception, and joy alone is truth. And so again, we make the only choice that can ever be made. We choose between illusions and truth. This is indeed a course in choosing, as we know in so many of our lessons, between heaven and hell, between truth and illusion, between love and fear. So we choose today the only choice we can make between illusions and truth, or pain and joy, or hell and heaven. Let our gratitude unto our teacher fill our hearts as we are free to choose our joy instead of pain, our holiness in place of sin, the peace of God instead of conflict, and the light of heaven for the darkness of the world, this world. So I know that was different. I hope it helped. I hope it made sense. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please share. The views have dropped significantly all of a sudden, and I don't know whether it's just everyone has lagged behind and are not on the lesson of the day. So please share with someone that you know is doing the course as you are, and pray for all of us to choose the joy of God today instead of pain. Namaste.